Well, you know, this was a tremendous atmosphere for a college football game tonight. You know, I was really proud of our players in the second half. I thought they did a fantastic job and probably played our best half of football. It wasn't perfect, but it was really didn't play great in the first half, but man, I'll tell you what, a lot of character out there in the second half to control the line of scrimmage the way we did on offense. Got some stops on defense, especially after the kickoff return. It could have got them back in the game. So no matter what the record in this game, though, it always seems like both teams come out in this game and they have high expectations for how they want to play and what they want to do. So I thought our guys did a good job of keeping their poise and staying focused on the things that they needed to do, and had to overcome some adversity in the game, but really pleased with the way we got control of the game in the second half. You know, we have a lot of veteran players here who do a great job in terms of the leadership, and I think we have, and I think they understand, you know, what it means to be Alabama football players, and I think we got some other guys that are certainly learning that are younger players, and that's going to be important for, you know, our team in the future. You know, last year when we won this game, we didn't play very well the next week, and I think our players have to have the 24-hour rule, man. You know, you had a great win, you celebrate that win, and then we got to go focus on improving and the next challenge that we have, because we still have some very tough challenges. But I think our team showed a lot of character, especially in the second half, in terms of the way they competed and the way they played. And I'm very, very proud, you know, of the way our guys came out and played in the second half.
Coach, on the fake punt, you called a timeout before. Were you going to go with the fake punt even before you called the timeout, and why did you feel like you needed to go for a fake punt at that point? Well,
you know, we've been working on that a lot, and initially we didn't call fake punt, but they had an 8-man front up there that we would not have run the fake punt, but we really called timeout because Landon Collins wasn't in the game. All right, so when we called timeout, they put, you know, their defense back on the field, which is really what we'd worked the fake against. And so, you know, we said if they put their defense back in there, we're going to run it. It was 4th and 2. I felt like, you know, we didn't want to give them the ball back. We weren't playing great on defense. So I think it was a big play in the game, and for our offense to go down and finish that drive, I think really changed the momentum of the game.
Coach, can you talk about switching less to the shotgun and more to the 2 tight ends and kind of 1-back formation and getting into the running game as the game wore on?
Well, we you know, when we got ahead in the game, we were trying to, you know, milk the clock a little bit, and you know, I thought our guys did a good job. AJ got us in the right play for the most part. We got aided by a couple penalties there on a couple tough situations, but we were trying to shrink the game. You know, we didn't want to give them the ball back. They get a quick score, you know. And I think our offense did a great job of finishing both those last 2 drives, and certainly ate the clock up. And then the defense responded and got a big stop after the kickoff return, and also there at the end of the game when they were going 2-minute.
How much trust do you have to have in CJ to execute that fake, and how just generally reliable has he been this year for you guys?
Well, I trust CJ to do anything. Watch my kids, take care of my house. You know, so the field goal fake is not much. You know, Vinny always played that position, and Vinny was really good at that because he's a running back. But, you know, CJ just does everything, so conscientious about everything that he does that you know he's going to execute and do it exactly like you tell him to do it, the way you want him to do it. So he did a good job.
2 up front here. Mark.
What did you see from your secondary out there against their wide receivers?
Well, in the first half, I didn't think we did a very good job. You know, we mis-executed a couple pressures, you know, busted a couple things, played, you know, not loose. And I just told them at halftime, I said, look, guys, you got to cover them. We're not playing split safeties all the time and keeping somebody behind you. We need to pressure the quarterback. We need to affect the quarterback, and we're going to have more of an attack mode, and you're going to have to cover them. And I thought Kirby did a really good job of mixing it up in the second half, and I thought the players did a better job of covering. And you know, the little loop pass that the running back, 33, caught in the flat. Nobody covered him, was a problem, and we made a mental error on that. But, you know, I thought we played a lot better in the second half. Played the run better as well.
Could you talk about O.J. Howard's touchdown and the things he brings to your offense?
Well, O.J. is really a threat, you know, with the good receivers that we have. Having a tight end like him that is certainly a threat in the passing game, either vertically, horizontally, or on play-action passes is really a tremendous asset for us. And he's really matured a lot as a player and is becoming a better blocker and a good all-around player. We can play him on more downs, and I thought that was a big play in the game. And he obviously, you know, did a great job of. AJ did a great job of throwing it to him, but he did a good job of catching it and running it. And I think that guy's going to be an outstanding tight end for us.
Aaron on the right.
You had talked earlier in the week about how to successfully affect Zach. You guys seem to blitz a lot tonight. Would you have imagined you would have been able to get that much pressure on him tonight?
Well, you know, we had a good pressure plan, but when you don't do the things right and you don't adjust to the formations, you know, they did a couple things out of regular that they hadn't done, back motion to empty. It confused our players a little bit, so you get nervous until you can get into halftime and sort of go over everything so you know that the players understand what the adjustments need to be. So I think we were afraid to call some stuff in the first half. I think our players got settled down a little bit at halftime when we went over a lot of things with them, and we were a lot more confident in what we're going to do, and we told them exactly what they were going to do, so they were prepared to do it, and they did a much better job executing in the second half.
Nick, you look particularly energized after your on-field interview. You made a point to go over and, you know, I think wave to the fans. Why was that? Is that something out of character for you?
Well, I've done that lots, man. You know, I love our fans, and that was a great atmosphere for a college football game. And everywhere we go, we always have a full house, whatever they'll give us, and you don't even feel like you're on the road sometimes. The way our fans follow our team and support our team, and I know the players really appreciate it. And I think our fans affected the game. You know, tonight affected them a couple times in the first half when we weren't playing very well. Helped us get some stops. So it's a great atmosphere. They're a part of the team. We're all part of a great university, and we really appreciate their support.
Cameras caught you at the end of the game, jumping up, giving AJ a big hug. What was that moment like for you?
Look, man, AJ and I have been through a lot, all right? So some of it you've seen on TV and some of it you haven't, all right? But he's done a great job for us, and there's nobody that I've ever had the opportunity to coach. It's more into the game and a better competitor, and you know, yelling at the sidelines. You know, we don't have enough to block that play over there. You need to call this so we can, you know, check it to that against this look that they're running or whatever. So, you know, he's a great competitor. He's into it. I thought he did a great job of showing a lot of leadership out there, especially in the second half, to get our offense going. And I think what we needed for our offense to control the tempo of this game, and they did it in the second half, and that was really the difference in the game.
Tonight, Patrick, on that first drive in the first quarter with forcing the fumble there, he's not a guy that's on the field all that much, but what got him in that situation, and how big was that play?
Well, I think it was big, you know. I mean, we got 2 turnovers in the first half that, you know, were our drive stops. You know, we weren't getting off the field on third down. I don't know what the stats were in the first half, but we only made them punt, I think, once or whatever. And if it wasn't for the turnovers, I think they would have scored a lot more points, and the game would have been, you know, a little different.
All right, thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you. Appreciate you.